Hi guys, Kamara Clark here with Elon Blue Talks, where I help you to create stunning wigs through easy to follow steps, explore simple protective hairstyle options, and share tips on growing healthy, beautiful hair naturally. If you haven't already, go ahead and press that subscribe button to catch more videos just like this. All links in this video is going to be found in the description box below. Hey guys, so I am back to finish up this wig. It's been a very long time, but I still had these clips on my computer of this wig I started, and I realized that it had not been finished, and I kind of just left you guys hanging. So let's finish up this wig. For the most part, we are almost done, but I wanted to show some videos of me adding the baby hairs as well as curling the ends. Now on this video, the ends of the twist for this unit is already curled, but I will show you the process of that in another video, just so it's clear on how I finish the ends on this particular wig. But this video is all about the baby hairs. So I'm gonna show you kind of how I finish the baby hairs briefly. Now, for the most part, this process is repetitive, so I won't go through the whole video finishing up the entire rim of the head, but for the most part you'll get the gist once I've done a few pieces, or once I've added a few pieces to it. It's kind of a rinse and repeat kind of thing, so you're just going to repeat this process all the way through the entire head. So now what I'm doing is, with a very thin crochet needle, I am piercing the band of the cap in order to grab small amounts of hair and pull it through, creating kind of like a loose loop for the baby hairs. Now, some people tighten this loop in order to secure, but I find that it creates a better or a more realistic finish if you don't tighten it. For the most part, the pieces do not come out. I've never had an issue with it coming out. So even though it's not tightly pulled, it will not come out for the most part, unless you're doing something weird. But yeah, you can tighten it if you want, and if it makes you feel a bit more secure, but it's not necessary, and I think it takes away from the illusion of the wig cap. I think the fluffiness and the looseness of the loop adds to the coverage. So if you tighten it, it just, it's just less coverage overall. Now I'm gonna repeat this process all the way through, again, grabbing very, very small amounts of hair. Well, not very small, but small amounts of hair. The more you grab, the more bushy the baby hairs will be, which isn't quite the look you're going for. You want to go for a very natural, thin baby hair, small amounts that kind of disperse and like spread out throughout the perimeter of your head. But if it's too bushy and it's too much hair, it will defeat the purpose, which is to create a realistic illusion of baby hairs. Now, what I don't show in this video is that once all of the baby hairs are off, I typically take the wig off of the mannequin head and then cut the baby hairs shorter. So these baby hairs are a lot longer than I would typically wear, but it is easier to work with the baby hairs if it's a little bit longer. Sometimes the shorter ones are a bit more difficult to hold in your hand and kind of loop through. So the longer pieces do help with applying the baby hairs or attaching the baby hairs, but it's not necessarily what the length needs to be when you are actually wearing it. So I typically cut it almost half, maybe like 1/4 of the way up, so that it's a bit shorter. But again, half would be good. A third of the way would be good too, or maybe even a fourth. Maybe, yeah, like if you cut it a fourth, that could be good too. But I would just try it, see how you like it. Try the length that works for you. I have a feeling that everyone is going to have their own preference and their own length, and what works for them will be different. So try it out for yourself, kind of see what baby hair length you like and what fits you better. But just know that typically the length that you start with doesn't necessarily have to be the length that you end up with. Now again, it is gonna require a little bit of pressure to get through the band of the cap. It is a bit thicker and it's elastic, so again, using a very thin crochet needle helps with that. But you are still, even with a needle this thin, you are still going to need to apply a little bit of pressure, maybe even twirl or twist the needle to get through it. But it shouldn't be too difficult. If it's a bit too difficult, you might want to consider if you have maybe the right cap. Some caps have different band or headbands on it, so making sure that you have one that works for what you're trying to do is going to be really important. This process, just so you know, it probably takes me about 30 minutes to complete. So it's not a super fast process, but it also doesn't take forever either. So usually by the time I'm on to the baby hairs, I am pretty relieved because I know the wig is almost finished. And I think typically I usually curl the ends. No, I think, well, whether you decide to curl the ends first before doing the baby hairs or curling the ends after you do the baby hair, I don't think it really would matter, whichever one works for you. But I will show you that curling process shortly after this. So. And I want to apologize again for the lack or the delay on videos. I've been doing a lot of things in life, and I've been kind of a little bit preoccupied and not able to make these videos, but I do enjoy making them. It just feels like it's more of a spare time kind of thing. But when I do come across it or come around to it, I am more than happy to share this process with you guys. I read your messages all the time and your comments all the time, and even with the lack of like posting like new videos, you guys still like really make me smile when I read the comments and realize that these videos are really helping people, and like you guys really like it. So I'm so happy that what I learned and what I've found useful for me is also resonating with y'all, and you guys are like not holding back the appreciation and the love for it. So I'm just always so happy to get that notification that someone watched the video and thought it was helpful. So thank y'all so much. I am trying to figure out life one hair strand at a time. anyways, I'm gonna continue on with this process for a little while longer, but again, it probably is gonna take you about 30 minutes. If you're new to crocheting, maybe it's just a little bit longer, but by the time you get to this part of your wig making process, you are practically done. So congratulations if you have reached this point or reached this part of your wig making. You're almost done and you'll be ready to wear it. I just had the wig on, one of my wigs on yesterday and the day before yesterday. I've been wearing like a lot of straight human hair wigs the past like few years, the past few months. But recently I decided to pull out one of the crochet wigs, and I get compliments on it all the time. People love it. And it always is still really surprising that people really feel it, how like they really believe it's real. And so it does what it's supposed to do. And for for a synthetic, hair, I'm really happy with what it does and how it shows up in the world and how it allows me to show up in the world. Yeah, my hair is, I haven't seen my hair in a while, but it is growing and it's really healthy and thick and all the things. But again, part of why I wear these wigs is because I typically don't want to manipulate or mess with my hair too much. And so these wigs are really, really helpful for that, especially like when it's been raining a lot here in Atlanta and the humidity has been out of control. And so the crochet wigs in particular, because they're synthetic, they don't really get, they're not really bothered by the change of climate and change of weather. So even with all of this rain, it kind of just holds up and does exactly what it's supposed to do every time. So it's been really, 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 really helpful on days like that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the weather here in Atlanta, but it's been wilding out. Damn near hurricane season, but we're managing and trying to figure it out and, trying to stay dry. But I want to, again, just thank you guys for watching. I am going to be posting some more videos, so please stay tuned. Continue to watch and ask questions, leave comments. I still read it and I still try to answer as many questions as I can. So I love the engagement, whether I'm posting videos or working on wigs and recording it or not. I am still at least catching your comments and your questions and really working my best, or really trying to answer as many questions and give you guys the answers y'all seek as best I can. So, keep writing, keep engaging. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah. So yeah, I am just showing like some slightly more detailed perspective on this baby hair portion. And again, it's a really simple, really beneficial part of the process. It's not hard to do, but just paying a little bit of detail and spending a little bit of time just kind of putting this part in, it just makes all the difference in the world. I mean, honestly, you can see the difference between the part of the wig that has baby hair and the part that doesn't, and it's just a big difference. Now, the baby hairs do look funny right now as is, but trust me, like once you put it on and you position the baby hairs as like how they're supposed to be, it's a game changer. Typically I bunch up the baby hairs. Of course, again, it's a little bit shorter, so you are cutting it. Well, it would be a little bit shorter when you wear it. So you would cut it and then kind of scrunch it up a little bit, add bobby pins. If you have a little bit of gel, some got-to-be glue has been really helpful for me, just to kind of hold down the baby hairs a little bit to your skin. Is always helpful too. I'll have to explain that a little bit more for those who are new, but if you are familiar with my channel, there are some videos that kind of show how I use glue or got-to-be gel in order to secure the baby hairs a little bit more. Now with black wigs, I don't need to use glue so much, but when I'm using like colored wigs or like wigs that aren't the color of my natural hair, it is pretty convenient to use some kind of glue or some kind of got-to-be gel or something to hold down that baby hair, because if the wind blows and it lifts, even the bobby pins, they're just not going to secure it as good. But I do have some methods to gluing the hair that does not like pull on my skin when it's time to take it off. That could be another video. I'll definitely share that with you guys if you ask and if that's something you'd be interested in. But in general, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this baby hair portion is probably one of the most important parts of this wig making, at least my wig making process. So I hope you guys felt it was helpful. And until next time, thanks guys. Oh, and if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below.